Satnam, everybody. Welcome to the New Moon Meditation for Peace. And I just want to make sure, I'm just going to get my other computer going so I can see questions, etc. Okay, my channel. And okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's prepare to tune in. So eyes are closed. There we go. Turn this. There we go. Okay. And just feel yourself wherever you are. So if you're sitting in a chair, feel your feet on the ground. And relax your shoulders, relax your neck muscles, relax your belly, breathing long and deep only through the nostrils. And relax your temples. And just bring all your energy to this present moment. So all the energy from the past, anything you've been thinking about or thoughts that have been haunting you, bring that energy totally here into the present moment. Any thoughts of the future, again, bring yourself back into this present moment, fully inhabiting your body with light, the light of who you are. And inhale deeply. And exhale. And slowly bring your palms together and rub them. And bring your hands in prayer pose at the heart center. And inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale to the base of the spine. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgare Namah, Shagadgare Namah, Satgare Namah, Sri Gurudeva Namah. Adgare Namah, Shagadgare Namah, Satgare Namah, Sri Gurudeva Namah. Adgare Namah, Shagadgare Namah, Satgare Namah, Sri Gurudeva Namah. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath and press your palms together and focus at your third eye. Point between your brows and channel the energy up. And exhale and relax your hands down. Okay. Welcome to the new moon. Where are my notes? I had a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to be in the moment and see what comes. So this shadow pattern, right? We work through a shadow pattern each lunar cycle. And the shadow pattern for this cycle that's coming up, and for now, I mean, you can probably really feel this at this time. It's all about perception. It's how we perceive the world. So how we perceive the world out there, how we perceive ourselves, right? And how we perceive our life, how our life is going. So remember that we're evolving, right? We're evolving out of this Piscean age into the Aquarian age, and the way that we perceive the world is changing, like drastically. So the Piscean age, we perceive life through the ego, through the mind. Okay, so we're experiencing life for the last 2,000 years and longer, right through the mind, right through the mind. That's how we experience life. So we're filtering, right? We're filtering our experiences through our mind. And now in the Aquarian age, that's shifting and it's coming down into the solar plexus. And I talk a lot about the solar plexus mutation in my programs and some videos I talk about it too. So this is a totally different way of perceiving the world in reality, right? It's much fuller. And what I'll say, I mean, I can talk till the cows come home about it, but what I'll say is that it's spirit awareness. It's the awareness that we're spirit, but most importantly, the awareness that we're all one, that we're all connected. Okay, so that we're all connected. So we're making this shift. So the shadow pattern right now, it's, when you're in the mind, when you experience life through the mind, it's this or that, right? It's duality. It's good or bad. That person is good. That person is evil. This is good. I have this opinion about this. I have that opinion about that. It's about taking sides, right? It's about taking sides because the mind doesn't do well with duality. It needs to choose something, right? It needs to choose a side. And then, right, this is my side and right, this is my opinion. And then that other person, if they don't fit with my opinion, right, then they're wrong. I'm right and they're wrong. As soon as you get into that kind of languaging, they're right, I'm wrong, us and them, they're bad, I'm good, that person's good, that person's bad. You're in the mind. You're in the mind and you're perceiving the world through the mind, which is an illusion. It's an illusion. And it causes a lot of stress and struggle, because then what do you have to do? You've got to defend, right? You've got to defend your point of view. So that's what we're having with the mind when we perceive life. It's just we have a point of view. And I love that old Indian story, right, of the elephant and all the blind men are like around the elephant. And there's a blind man by the trunk and there's a blind man by the tail, a blind man by the foot, and they're all describing what an elephant is. And it can be quite different, right? The trunk and the foot and the tail, it's all different. So we're like this too, in terms of how we're experiencing life. You're just having your point of view, right? Your unique point of view of life. So it's about this back and forth. So what can happen, because let's go into some yogic teachings, is about there's the three parts of the mind. There's the positive mind, there's the negative mind, and the neutral mind. So the negative mind is about its higher frequency is to protect us, right? Don't put your hand on the burner, right? You'll burn your hand, like those kinds of thoughts. And then the positive mind is more about opportunities, right? Oh, this is really good, So somebody mentioned on the new moon thing, the paranoia and the mind going back and forth. That's a perfect example of how the positive mind and the negative mind work. Okay, so negative mind is the paranoia. It's like everything's going wrong. Everything we're going to hell in a handbasket, like real quick, right? And then fluctuating to, oh, everything's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. So both are not really in reality, right? Both are not in reality. So this is what the mind does. It swings you this way. It will swing you that way. It will swing you this way. And so where you want to go yogically, right, to be in truth is the neutral mind, which transcends the positive mind in the negative mind. So the neutral mind doesn't really have an opinion about anything. It just is. Life is just is. It's just happening. It's like I always like the movie when you go to a movie theater. If you're sitting in in the seat, right, watching the movie, and you're like, I don't like this character, and I like this character, and I don't like what's happening here, right? These people are getting exploited, and that's so unfair. Or, oh, I really like this part of the movie because here's the hero and everything's great and it's all going to work out in the end. I know it's going to work out in the end. Does that change the movie? Does that change the movie at all? No, the movie is just playing as it is. What it is doing, it's causing you suffering, like a lot of suffering. It's causing you mental anxiety. It's causing you depression. It's causing you to be in terror and fear, right? It's causing all of this. And who's creating it is you, your mind, because you're identifying with your mind. Instead of the neutral mind is to see the movie, but see beyond the movie even. The neutral mind is to see that we're these eternal beings and we're just having human experiences, and this is how the movie is going right now. And wherever it goes, wherever it takes us, it's fine, right? It's fine because we're these light beings. We're already, I love the Course in Miracles, right? They talk about we're already in heaven. We're just dreaming that we're like in hell, right? That we're already in heaven. So when you get to that center place, right, that your center, your core, then you're able to see, and this is when you see with the heart. And this is what we're being really called to do, is to see with the heart. And so the heart and the neutral mind are very connected. Your neutral mind is connected to your soul. It's the closest to your soul. So how can we hear this neutral mind, right? Well, if you're identified with your mind, then you're going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like the emotional roller coaster, right? The anxiety, the insomnia, all of it. But when you're in your, so you let those go back and forth, but you need to have this knowingness that that's not me. That's my mind. Those thoughts are not mine, right? I am eternal. I am in this place of peace, right? And when you get to this place of peace, then you're in truth, right? You're in the spirit awareness that I was talking about with the solar plexus. And then this is when true compassion comes, because you can see all sides, right? It's like being omniscient. It's right. You see everything. You see everybody's side. You see the good and the bad. You see this story, that story, and you even have the humility to know that you don't know everything, right? You don't know what the greater purpose of any of this is, right? Or the meaning of any of this. We're just here to watch, right? The holy witness. We're here to watch and to act. Will be inspired. So to trust that, right? Because the ego and the mind will get into that space like you're being passive and lazy or whatever it tells you, and just know that when it's time to act, for you to be out on the streets or to helping other people, you'll be there, right? You'll be there because it's gonna come from a real place, right? Your action, it will be inspired action. That's where you want to get to. So I wanted to just one question before we go into the meditation, because I want to honor the people that commented on the New Moon Facebook group. So Archie says, and I already did you, Dion Jote Carr. Yeah. So he says when he travels around, so he's a helper bee, like probably everybody on this call is a helper bee, a teacher, leader, healer. As I travel to my clients around the country, there's a lot of unease, conflict, and uncertainty. Most of it revolves around how the leaders of our country are behaving right now. I do my best to help them talk about it and to find ways to live in the confusion, but I have to admit it's exhausting and being out there in it. I feel very vulnerable out there in the wide open. So yeah, that's totally understandable because there's a lot of fear, right? People are feeling a lot of fear. And can you imagine how you would feel if you didn't have a meditation practice or you didn't have some kind of spiritual practice to keep yourself together, keep yourself in reality. So my sense, and I get this a lot, right? People ask, like, how can I help the world? Right? There's it's so much craziness is happening. I gotta go out there and do something. And you can't do anything when you're coming from that state, because you're coming from the mind and you're coming from fear, and you're just going to be a part of the problem. You're not going to be the solution. So you can't really help anyone unless you know who you are. I want to repeat that. You can't really help anyone unless you know who you are, unless you know your true identity. That is when you will know who you are. And then you can hold that space for people. They're having their experience, right? Feeling unease, feeling uncertain, all of that, feeling that conflict. So, Archie, that's your sadhana, is to stay in your center and know who you are and not feed in to like the chickens with the heads cut off running around you. Don't feed into that, right? That belief system, that perception. It's all about perception, the shadow, right? These people too are great beings of light. They're pretending to be afraid. They're pretending to be, giving their power over to the leaders. We're pretending these people are even our leaders. It's a joke. It's about, in the Aquarian age, it's about empowerment, right? It's about self-empowerment. So this is what all this craziness is about too, right? It's about us standing in our power, right? And saying, no, I'm not going to buy into this illusion. I know who I am. When you know who you are, you don't get pulled back and forth like that. Okay? Okay. Can anybody else relate to that, what I'm talking about? And underneath all of this shadow pattern is a wound. We all have like 6 primal wounds that we're healing as a humanity. And right, we're all karmically, we've taken our piece, right, to heal, because we're all connected. We're all one. And so what's driving this shadow pattern, right, this wrongly perceiving the world and each other and ourselves, is denial. Denial. So denying that we're all one. So this is being cracked open with light and love. And we're going to be coming out of this denial state, the denying that we're separate from one another, the denial that if I hurt another person, I'm not hurting myself, right? When we come out of this denial, it will be impossible to go into that war and conflict and all of that stuff, or seeing people as having any power over you, right? It's a joke. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I can't see the comments. Okay. Okay, well, let's dive into the meditation. And just bring into your awareness, just close your eyes for a moment and connect with your center. So breathing long and deep and relaxing your body and coming into the truth of who you are, beyond the mind, beyond this physical body, into that eternal being that you know you are. And just take a moment to allow any part of you that's in denial, or it has been in denial about anything in your life. Maybe it's denying that relationship isn't working anymore. That job I've been going to, it's not working anymore for me. My financial situation is not working for me. Right? My health situation, the way that I've been treating my body, that's not going to work for me anymore. Right? Just allow that the truth to penetrate through any areas where you've been in denial. And let the truth penetrate through any areas where you've been in denial and believing that you're separate from others, from other people, the people that you're in conflict with, the people that you judge, right? Allow that truth to penetrate through that denial. Okay, inhale deeply and exhale. Okay, so for the meditation, you're going to rest your right hand and your left hand like this, and then have your thumbs touching, your thumb tips touching, and bring this mudra resting on your lap. And your eyes are focused at the tip of the nose. Okay, so this is for the neutral mind, this meditation. And so you'll inhale 4 equal times through the nostrils. And at the same time, you're going to vibrate the mantra Sata Nama. So it's 4 equal times Sata Nama. Just mentally vibrate it. And then you're going to hold the breath and mentally vibrate Sata Nama, Sata Nama, Sata Nama, Sata Nama 4 times. And then you're going to exhale once through the nostrils and mentally, exhaling twice through the nostrils with Waheguru. Waheguru. Okay, so it's inhale 4 equal times through the nostrils. And then hold the breath and mentally vibrating Sata Nama once. And then exhaling twice through the nostrils and vibrating Wahe on the one sniff and then Guru on the second sniff. I'm going to say that again because there's confusion here. So eyes at the tip of the nose and inhaling 4 equal times and vibrating Sata Nama. Hold the breath and vibrate Sata Nama. And then exhale. I just want to check something, you guys. I find when I get into this space that my mind goes blank. So I need to check this again. Okay. So it's inhale 4 sniffs in. So mentally vibrating Sata Nama. And then hold. And you're going to vibrate Sata Nama 4 times. So hold for 4 times Sata Nama. And then exhale 2 equal times, mentally vibrating Waheguru. Okay? That's the correct way to do it. So let's begin. And I'm going to just check if we have any. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath and exhale. Now slowly lower your hands, or keep your hands. We'll come out of the mudra and just relax your hands. And relax your breath, relax your shoulders down. Relax your neck muscles, relax your temples. Now take a moment to pray to your higher self to move you from this place, this plane of duality in your mind, so that you can come into the heart, come into the neutral mind that sees all one, sees that we're all connected, we're all one. And to let go of any fear, anxiety, depression, whatever struggles and suffering you've been going through. Just give that up now. That there's only you and the breath. And know that there's no good, there's no bad, there just is. It just is. Life is happening. Being guided by a powerful, mighty force, right? This natural wave of intelligence that's guiding us, humanity, into the truth of who we are. These powerful beings of light. So just ask to be reminded, ask and pray when you find yourself in this batted back and forth in this consciousness of duality, in the shadow pattern. Ask that you be brought back to the truth, be brought back to your center, to be reminded that this isn't you. And now in this moment, ask your higher self to show you where you are in denial. Ask to be shown the truth. What am I in denial about? What needs to change in my life? What pain am I avoiding in my life? What pain am I avoiding facing in my life? That's driving my decisions. That's driving my perception of how I see the world. Right? It can be a belief pattern, a belief system that was set in place in your childhood. These belief systems are set in place in our childhood, and they affect and influence greatly how the way we perceive the world, how we interpret the world. So dig that out. And if it's not coming up yet, it will come later tonight. You can say before you go to sleep at night that you want this. You want to dig up this belief system that's affecting your perception of the world, keeping you from the truth. One belief system that I uncovered a long time ago was the belief system that from my childhood was everybody out there is trying to take from me. Everybody out there in the world is going to hurt me, right? A simple belief system like that. And then you shift it. My new belief system is everybody's there to help me. Everybody in the world is there to help me. Just doing that will change your reality and the way you perceive. Okay. Inhale deeply and exhale. And then let's just take a moment to send out this beautiful light and love and the beautiful being that you are. Claim that. No one has any authority over you. It's an illusion. So claim your power, claim your beauty, claim your magnificence. And do that now. And vibrate that. Feel it in every cell of your body and vibrate that. And now send this out to the planet. Just visualize your vibration encircling everyone, every sentient being on the planet, even Mother Earth herself. And pray that others too will be reminded, will awaken to the truth of who they really are. And inhale deeply. And exhale. And now let's prepare to close. Okay. So bring your palms together and rub them. And bring them to your heart center. And inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale to the base of the spine. And exhale. And to prepare to vibrate your Sat Nam out into the cosmos. So inhale to close. Sat Nam. Satnam, everyone. Thank you for joining. And just a reminder that starting up Healing the Inner Child. So go check it out on the website. Okay. Satnam.